A lot of people can get changes in themselves, but it takes a different type of individual, a different intention to induce growth in others, especially in 2021. We're not only working in proximity. Most of our work is remotely, so it takes a higher level of EQ to transfer through the digital space. If you don't know that now the information age has begun and the industrial age has ended, you will be crushed. You'll be crushed. Okay? You have to adapt. I told people the other day that social media is your resume to the world. And about 30 minutes after that, arguably one of the most famous people on this planet DM'd me and said, Wes, I need to talk. I need your help. Bam! That's it. Do you get that? Do you understand why you're not thriving in the digital space? You're not thriving because you don't believe in it. How does Wes believe in this so much? These connections so much. How does he make it relational over transactional? Because of you guys. You guys were there for me when this is all I had. You guys kept me accountable. You guys were there for me on my worst days. You guys were there for me when I was in fucking prison and I couldn't turn to anybody. No family, no friends, nobody. They didn't have time. But guess who did? Guess who did? Everybody on Instagram and in the digital space was there for me because law of attraction's real and vibration knows no location. When we're sending out what we need and what we feel and where we're acting congruent and aligned with our higher self, people show up that are needed in our lives. This is how it works. It's the greatest tool ever created to attract like-minded, like-frequency individuals that will vibrate high together. It also attracts a bunch of fucking idiots who are going to argue about nothing and get nowhere and solve hypothetical problems that are out of their reach, wasting their entire lives on that. But you guys have to know the industrial age has ended and the information age has begun. And the people that will excel in the information age are those that are more spiritually inclined. They have a higher sense of EQ. IQ is all around us. The answers are all around us. How can you get someone to follow through with these facts that are all around us? They can't follow through on a blueprint if they don't feel there's a reason to follow through. You are the one that shows them and makes them feel it's possible so that they can push through. You guys did it for me. Every time I would come back to my phone, I would get on the phone for 1 hour a day in prison. I would put up a post, a quote, a picture, and then I would come back 24 hours later and just see the comments and the DMs. And they got me through my fucking day. So I know the struggle's real. These fucking people who don't believe that the digital world is part of our real world will never excel in this space. They're fake. They're fake on here because they don't believe it's real. They have to be there in proximity with the people they know. In all reality, when I got out, I avoided everybody that I do know and only fucked with you guys because you're the only ones that were on my frequency and on my level and on my stage of growth and where I was going. I found like-minded people here. I found my wife here. I found one of my best friends, Bart Sohab, on here. Like, I found the people that are closest in my life on here because we were all like-minded, okay? We all spoke to each other and we're like, hey, let's meet. Like, let's do this together. This is awesome. This is how you feel. This is how I feel. Let's go. The people you grew up with are not on the same vibrational plane as you just because you know each other for 15 years. And when you can learn to teach remotely and believe in this remote process, you will be very useful in the years coming. What people don't get is that your belief in these relationships, making the engagement between your clients relational over transactional, is what's needed in the years to come. This space is only going to continue to grow. You guys were all I had, so what else did I have to believe in? The people who, oh, it's just Instagram, why does it matter? These are people and their feelings and their pictures of their family. This is their life. I know a lot of people show the best part of their life, but someone with a high level EQ can look at that person posting that perfect pic and still see their pain. They've been there showing the best pic, but they see the drink in the guy's hand at the wedding that was supposedly so awesome, and they know the pain attached to the next morning when he was hungover. So they know that man, because we're all the fucking same. We're all the same. They see the picture of the overweight person smiling and trying to say, hey, it's not all about looks. But they remember when they were 12 and they were fat and it hurt more than anything in their lives. We can't just lie because society told us it's okay to be us. We have to seek the hard truth and be around those people who aren't going to side with us. They're going to enlighten us. I'm here to enlighten you through my wisdom, my pain, and to tell you guys that you were there for me more than you know. And any one of you guys who've come to my page, my YouTube, my Instagram, and got one quote that day, one quote that gave you the strength and the freedom to just make it a few hours, then you know exactly what I felt in prison. I don't care if it's a breakup. I don't care if you're fiending for dope. I don't care if you're having money trouble. My pain and your pain is the same at that point. You need just one gem, one quote, one thing to separate you from that negativity in your mind. And you could just make it a few hours. Please, God, please send it my way. Please, I'm begging you, the universe, bring it to me. I need it. This was me in prison every moment. So when I came out, I gave what worked for me. And it was these breakthroughs, these mental breakthroughs that you're not alone. And what you send out, that which we release most completely, we possess most completely. Even in the shoe, on my worst of days, when I was in tears at the start of my burpee session, but I ended strong as fuck because I earned that strength. I sat back and said, at least I have a roof over my head. At least I got 3 meals, even though they're coming on the fucking tray and I'm barely eating the meat to stay ripped. At least I have that. There's a bum. There's someone out there. There's someone out there doing worse who's living under a freeway overpass and it's cold out and they don't even got food. I'm sending all my strength to those people to just get to work. I'm not giving them anything except the fucking underlying ability placed into their heart and mind that they can get up. We don't just give anything to anybody. That's accommodating their shortcomings. But what we do send them is the strength and the know-how that if I did it, you can. And I pick myself up from the very bottom so you fucking can. And I know my pain so you know you can know yours. Our scars are proof that we can overcome anything and that they truly heal. Do not turn your back on the digital space. This is where it's going. When you learn to connect here, you will have a broad reach to be able to be the human that's needed on this planet. Someone who has healed themselves and is working on healing others. All I did all morning was sit there and think about how I can come and deliver some value. And by thinking about it, I was separated from possessing it. As soon as I just got into the work and was the man that the world needed all morning, then it all came to me. Do you see how that works? Be it. Do it. Don't just try to appear as it. I love you guys. Thank you for being there for me at my lowest times. Some of you guys have been there for me on my Instagram since I was busted, since I was sitting on that prison rack. And back then I was telling everybody, watch this, because I knew it was my habits that were going to take me to the top. And guess what? Even when we're at the top, we still remember that we were at the bottom at one point, laying in the gutter, but still staring at the stars. I love you guys. Let's go.